Let's get it. Here we go. Come on. How are you? Smash those likes. Hit that subscribe. Here we go. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. And we are back for some market coverage here, guys. Going to be covering here, see what the big Trump announcement is today at 3 p.m.
Put in a meeting. What losses he's going to present as.
For now, we're going to ignore that. Let's jump on over here. Keep this right over here. Actually, bring it a little bit higher. There you go. We'll see what that looks like in a while. See where it's actually happening, if it's doing anything wild, anything significant. So guys, make sure you guys are smashing those likes. Crusader, what's going on with the market now? G Patino, man, we were printing this morning. Let me tell you, we were printing. Well, this morning and this afternoon, we took a nice long. So let's dive into Bitcoin real quick and see what Bitcoin was doing. So quickly, easy here, real simple, guys. Earlier this morning in the Crypto Citadel, we were looking for some trades, as we do every single day. Monday through Thursday, we do our live trading sessions in there. And we took a swing trade here from this sweep of the previous day low. We rode that bad boy all the way up right here, as you guys can see. This sweep right here. We took along here, rode this bad boy up to around 111, 400, 111, 3 something, closed it out, right? We came back, and once we started losing the previous day low, I was warning everybody in the Crypto Citadel, right? I was warning everybody. I said, hey, if we lose the previous day low, we're very good chance we're going down to 107.4. And literally not even an hour later, boom, we dropped, and we dropped it like it's hot, right? Dropped it all the way down, 36% win for the day, 483 some macaroons. So let's go. Smash those likes, hit that subscribe, and now we're back here, right? We have fallen, and now we are just kind of ranging sideways. I already took profits on this trade. I was waiting for this gold pocket to get filled. Once this gold pocket gets filled here, right, along with this low around the 107.2, right? It's right above the yearly VWAP. I am looking for a potential long at this area here. So we're going to be checking out and seeing if we get that long opportunity from the Trump announcement. I don't know what the Trump announcement is going to be, but hopefully it doesn't tank the market. It just, we come down here, fill this gold pocket, fill up some more orders, and hopefully we can ride that bad boy back up. Which is good to buy, Sol or ETH right now? So that's a great question. Hard to answer exactly which one is going to be better than the other. But if we go take a look at, let's go take a look here. Where is, this is XRP. Where is Solana? Make way. So Solana here, right? Got rejected here at our daily average and fell back down. Overall, Solana right now, bit of a pickle. Not a lot of support here below 188. If we zoom out to the daily, take this freaking. We zoom out here to the daily. Yeah, we start losing this level. We don't have any big support until down to 170, 177-ish area for Solana down at the yearly VWAP. As you guys can see, we bounced off when that big liquidation happened on Friday. We bounced off the yearly, came all the way up to the quarterly at 208, got smacked with resistance, and now we're dropping back down again. So obviously, Bitcoin dropping has not helped the altcoins at all. Unrivaled, what's going on? It says XRP has some good news today. XRP might have good news, but the price is getting smashed just like everything else. So not going to help XRP at all contain its gains in any kind of way possible as of right now. So Solana over here, if we lose this 177, definitely look for 145 again. Ethereum here on the larger time scale. Let me get rid of this. Here on the larger time scale, we are still within its previous quarter range, right? Until we don't drop below 3,600 and close dailies below 36, I'm not really concerned about it. We do have obviously the previous week low at 33.11, but if we start to lose 3,600, start closing dailies below 3,600, I would be looking for this yearly VWAP around 293. With a gold, we have a gold pocket down at 2634. Which is a realistic target to the downside if we come down. So be very aware of that for good old Ethereum. If we start losing 3,600, 2,600 could potentially be on deck. We are here still waiting for the big announcement on what is going to happen in the Trump announcement today. Do I sell my Solana? It really depends on what your entry point was, guys. I got the majority of my Solana on under $100. I do plan on taking some profits on Solana later this year, or potentially into 2026. I do hope to see another altcoin bounce of some kind to the upside. Meanwhile, Bitcoin and Ethereum stays above this structure here. Market hasn't really shifted. Bitcoin could still drop, right? Bitcoin can drop us all the way down. You guys have seen me talk about 97K. Right, we could be coming down to 97K. If we do come down to 97K, it would be an area of interest for sure to be looking at. Right, 97K is that quarterly average that is untapped, that is within the previous 6-month range here for 2025. So if we fall back into this previous 6-month range, on 97,000.8 is definitely on the table, and definitely something we're looking for. Unrivaled, we missed you in the Crypto Citadel, brother. Today we were printing today. Brother. What is the orange guy announcement? I don't know what he's gonna announce. You think it's over, bro? Do I think there could be lower price action for Bitcoin? Absolutely. Right. We are currently losing right now the previous quarter range, right? We lost that yesterday when we dropped below 112. Now, big target here is going to be between 107, right? If 107 doesn't give us a big bounce up, which is the previous month low, if we don't have a strong bounce up here and get back within this structure above 112, we could continue slowly heading down. I wouldn't be extremely bearish until we lose the yearly VWAP. Obviously, now we are in territory of entering the previous 6-month range as we have dropped below 109. We start closing dailies here. We start losing this previous month low. We still have the quarterly low of 105 in the yearly VWAP. That's our last line of defense. That's lost. 97K is on deck real fast. Odds of this being the last shakeout before October rally mirror the 2021 charts in 2021 to 2025. We tank right before we moon. Thoughts? Hard to say, man. Such a different market right now compared to before, right? Such a hard. It's kind of pointless to point out to look at 2021 and be like, oh well, we did something very similar back then, and yeah, we could do something similar again. Definitely a possibility, but I don't think Bitcoin's going to make any significant all-time highs. It's very difficult for Bitcoin here in the next 2 months or so. I mean, we are currently right at this low of 107,000. We lose this low from 107,000, and we're in trouble. Now, if we come down here, sweep this previous month low, right? Sweep this current low here of 107. We could have a little rally, back up to 114. Maybe, I think best case scenario, we're looking for 121. I would be looking for a big time short around that area, but we're nowhere near there. We're nowhere near there right now. So no reason to get overly excited. Let's go back over here, see if there's any announcement.
Funds on Streets blog. This decision really is an important day for New Yorkers, for every commuter, for every train.
These are not even the remarks yet.
Family.
Not yet. We'll wait for the Cheeto Man to come out. We'll wait for the Cheeto Man. So yeah, Bitcoin right now just chopping around at this 108 area, looking for this gold pocket to fill here. And if it does, would be interesante to take a little bit of a long. Let's keep the likes going, guys. We have almost 100 people watching. We don't even have 1,000 likes. Tap those screens, get those likes up. Let's go, man. Smash those likes. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Appreciate everybody in here. Could I sell and rebuy it back in if it lowers? You can sell right now if you're in the negative, harvest some losses, right, and then buy back in for sure. That's definitely a possibility. I'm not even going to read that comment. I'm not even going to read that comment. You know what you're doing there. You know what you're doing there. You're playing with fire, man. You're playing with fire. Oh, God. That was funny. XRP going to hit $5 soon. Oh, yeah, I'm sure XRP is going to hit $5 real soon. Yeah, right after Bitcoin hits 200K next month. That's when XRP is going to hit $5. Bitcoin will go down to 102 again. I'm not looking for 102 right now. Right now, we're looking for a bounce around 107.2. If Bitcoin bounces off 107.2, we have a chance of jumping back up here. Right, we'll have to retest, reclaim the previous day low. If we can get back above 110 today, that would be fantastic. If not, you know, the real test here for this week, as we are ending the week already, right, getting above the quarterly value area low of 111,900 would be very critical to get back above. If not, we could be continuing to head lower. Just Mike, what's going on? Says, hey there, thanks for hosting and helping us make sense of this. No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. What do you think about Caspa? Man, Rotom. Caspa's been one of my biggest letdowns, man. I was very bullish on Caspa back in 2023, right? Everybody was talking about $4 and Caspa doing all this crazy stuff. But the biggest problem with Caspa was their mining. I will continue to argue this until somebody proves me wrong. But the biggest problem with Caspa was the mining. It's not the fact that, you know, their network isn't doing anything great or anything amazing, yada, yada, yada. The problem was that mining Caspa became insanely profitable with a very low barrier to enter. You could have bought a mining machine back in 2023, early 2024 for Caspa, less than $5K, and that thing would have been making you over $10,000, right, in less than 2 months. Extremely profitable. What happened? Late 2024, by summertime of 2024, Marathon, I believe it was, came online and they put on a boatload of hash rate, right, to mine Caspa because it was so insanely profitable. And what happened? Profitability instantly tanked, never recovered. Caspa mining has never become as profitable as it was again. Price completely stalled out at 21 cents because of the selling pressure that was coming online from all the miners, right? If you're wondering, well, what does mining it have to do with the price not pumping? Well, miners were mining too much and it was too profitable. So people were taking fat profits on Caspa and selling a boatload of Caspa. And Caspa's algorithm, unlike Bitcoin, did the opposite, right? Bitcoin slowly has having events that reduce the currency and reduce. Caspa had a massive load on to just unleash all their supply extremely fast, extremely quickly to the miners, which they did at extremely low prices, extremely profitable, and they've dumped the market. And that's why Caspa's never been able to recover. Not saying that it can't recover at some point in the future, but as of right now, it's a big disappointment. Do people still mine Bitcoin? Yeah, people definitely still mine Bitcoin. It's hard to be very profitable mining Bitcoin right now. You have to have a boatload of money. You have to be a mega corporation, right, with billions of dollars to throw and set up a legitimate operating facility that will be profitable. And you have to go to some most likely different country that gets you way lower price action, way lower electricity costs. Good point. I never thought about that. Thanks, man. No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. Try to enlighten people along the way. What time is the announcement? The announcement was said 3 o'clock, but obviously it still hasn't started yet. It's 3:19, running a little late. No big surprise at all. Let's see here. Let's go take a look at SUI. Bitcoin pushing back down. Looking to see if we can fill this gold pocket here. Let's go take a look at SUI. Papo, we are cooked. Just wait, Jose. What are you cooking, Ming? I know you're cooking something. Justin, bull run over? No, not yet. Can we go lower? Yes. Is it over? Not technically, right? Define what is a bull run over. People need to step away from bull run versus bear market and just think of bullish trends versus bearish trends. SUI right now came up, got rejected off this $2.98, $3 area, could not get back into its uptrend, and is continuously to push back down right now. We're currently at 255. If we start to lose this previous week EQ of 213, look out below. We might be dropping quick, but looking for some potential movement back to the upside around this 220 area. All depends on how low Bitcoin shall go. When does the pumpkin man talk? He hasn't started yet. He still hasn't started. So hopefully he doesn't say anything too negative, because if he does, buckle up, boys. We're going to be sinking this ship all the way down. Are you going to explain how the announcement will affect the market? I'm not really looking to see how the announcement, so I don't know what he's going to say, right? I'm just looking to see if we get certain price action, certain reaction at a certain target here, right? I'm just going based off the technicals. I don't really care what his announcement is. Obviously, if it's something like we're gonna put 100, it's gonna be a huge freaking tariff on China. Not gonna be good for sure. But obviously, they already announced yesterday that we are in a trade war with China. The market didn't really have a big reaction to it as it did last Friday, right? When he mentioned the 100% tariff. So I'm just trying to get a mommy makeover at this point. I think I will make a GoFundMe. Hey, do what you got to do. This manipulation, bro. A lot of people like to focus on the manipulation. It's definitely feels that way, right? But there's definitely signs, guys. There's definitely signs. Don't get don't get discouraged here. What's up with Superverse? It had 2 big pumps and then dumps. Well, man, let me tell you, the fact that it even had any pumps is amazing with how the market is acting right now. So be happy that you're getting pumps. People are massively down in their altcoins, and they're not seeing any pumps right now. This is all due to Trump family manipulation. I see what you're saying. But realistically, Bitcoin. Thank you for smashing those likes and hitting that subscribe, Holly. Let's go. Bitcoin did sweep the previous week high once we got up to 126, which is a reversal signal, and it did exactly that. Now, was the drop as aggressive as it should have been? No, it should not have been that aggressive. Obviously, Binance had some failings. Their oracle started to misfire. Buy orders weren't being filled, and it was just a massive market tank, right? Now, price is coming back to these levels and retesting to see if we can find support. I do believe there could be a support bounce here off this 107 area. I would really like to see it bounce off that 107 and get back above 112, but we shall see. Mr. C Crypto, bro, XRP melting, man. XRP melting, okay? All your $5 XRP dreams are gone. All your $5 XRP dreams are gone, my friend. They are gone. They're not coming back, okay? This is not my XRP chart. Here's my XRP chart. Nothing but down. We tanked. We came up. We hit resistance here at this yearly and quarterly VWAP around 258. Got rejected, and now we're dropping down to 234. Looking for some support here, hopefully, potentially somewhere between. We got the weekly average all the way down here at 227. If that doesn't hold, we're looking for 215 back to $2. So we shall see where XRP can find some support. I see 99K for Bitcoin in the horizon. I actually see lower than that, man. 97,000. Here we go, right? Bitcoin, the Bitcoin has fallen. Let me turn off some of these indicators. So Bitcoin here, looking on the daily, has fallen out of its quarter range and has started to enter its previous 6-month range, right? Its previous 6-month range. We started to enter it once we dropped below 109.9. Now we are currently in it. If we start to close dailies down here, right, could be very troublesome for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's next big support is between 107 down to 104. If that area is lost, we have a quarterly untapped average down at 97.8, which we are headed for. We are headed for this area. What about World Liberty Financial? That thing is tanking faster than Binance. It's a meme coin at this point. Guys, World Liberty Finance, like every insider coin, right? They buy it up they get in at an extremely cheap rate, right? Less than a penny. They launch at like 50 cents or whatever, and then it tanks because the unlocks begin to happen and they start to sell. How low does it? How long does it take to hit 97K? It's not about time. It's about price structure, right? Right now, we're coming for this low here of 107. If this low is not swept or held, right, we are going to continue dropping. We are now re-entering the previous 6-month range here, which is dangerous because the longer we live in this range, the more likely we rotate this range to the downside, especially if we lose this yearly VWAP around the 104. 97 is next. Paul Sampson in the house. Smash those likes, guys. If you are not following Paul Sampson, aka CVO, make sure you guys are smashing those likes and go follow his channel. Data Dash. There you go. That's the name of his channel. Data Dash. He is the host of Data Dash right now. Massive channel, over 500 subs. So definitely go follow, go smash those likes, hit that subscribe, and go follow Paul Sampson if you're not already. He is the TA GOAT. The TA GOAT. Let's see here. How much in your portfolio? Wait, what's going on? Bro, BitTensor give me profit back days. BitTensor definitely had a nice rally to the upside. Definitely had a nice rally to the upside. Let's go take a look at BitTensor. All right. Sorry. Tau. Got overexcited there. So Tau had a nice rally here, right? Nice little bounce. We're still within its uptrend. Still bullish here for BitTensor Tau. We came up into the freaking rectangle of resistance, fought to fight this 480, got rejected again. We've fallen back down to 391. If we can flip 480, up next we got 545 to 617 for BitTensor Tau. Meanwhile, we stay above this yearly VWAP of 359. We're looking good for BitTensor Tau. So good so far. Been in and out crypto since 2014. Currently no holdings and can't wait for a massive drop to get back in. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about. I should just get back in now, but I like to take risks. Probably not. You probably can just wait a little bit longer and have a nice little drop to the downside. Should we invest in XRP? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you, but I personally am not investing in any XRP. I don't care how bullish the news is. That token is garbage, and it's not going to ever go to that $100 or whatever price point they're promising nowadays. Let's go take a look at Ondo. Ondo. Where are you at, Ondo? Turn off this indicator. All right, so we're still waiting for the Cheeto Man to make his announcement. Ondo has lost its uptrend, has fallen back into its downtrend. We're currently sitting on the hard line here around 72 cents. If this thing breaks, we're probably going to slowly drip back down towards this 67-cent area. If that doesn't hold, 59 back on deck right here, right? Even though we already tapped it. Ondo definitely needs to get above its quarterly VWAP above 83 cents, start reclaiming its previous quarter range above 87 to have any strength, any show of strength to the upside. If not, Ondo is going to continue doing what every other altcoin is doing, following Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin drops, Ondo and all the altcoins will follow. Do you think a test on Bitcoin trend line around 90 to 95 will happen? Thank you, man. I don't know about the trend line. I don't follow trend lines, but yes, I do believe a drop to this quarterly average of 97.8 is definitely possible. What about Polygon? Dude, Polygon's cooked. World Liberty Finance, cooked. None of those are going to be doing anything until Bitcoin makes a significant move here. Cheeto Man dropping the market once again. Brandon, you can always count on the Cheeto Man. I wonder, I was asking this to CVO the other day. We were having a conversation. I was like, man, I wonder how much it costs to be inside of Barron Trump's insider trading group. You know this guy's got a trading group, right? He's in that age group where he's got some young bros that all want to make money. I know he's got an insider trading group. I just want to know how much it costs to get in there. I'll pay. I'll pay to get in there, man. Get me inside of Barron Trump's insider trading group, right? So I can get those trade signals, baby. Bitcoin's about to dump? Maybe. Possibly. We shall see. 75K. 75K is possible. But let's not get carried away. First, let's come down to 97 and let's see how 97 acts. Right? Let's see how Bitcoin reacts to that 97K price point. If it doesn't like it and it keeps dropping and we lose 93, well, then we can start looking between 88 to 84. And then below that, we do, where's my other targets below that? Where are they? No, not August. Nope. Where are... Yeah, we got some targets down here between 73 to 57, but, you know, let's not get carried away, okay? Let's just focus on what's happening here first. All right, Bitcoin's doing its thing. Bitcoin's dropping right now. I don't think the announcement started just yet. Let's turn some of this stuff back on. All right, let's see what Biddy does here. Let's see what they're talking about right now.
Proof that the company had the financial capacity to build all the projects. In response, Holmes statements. The state.
Yeah, they're talking about California. Who cares? All right, still waiting for Bitcoin to fill in this gold pocket, hit this 107.2, see what happens here. When that altcoin session is gonna happen, bro? Gotta wait for Bitcoin dominance to drop, brother. Bitcoin dominance has been sitting steadily at 59% here. Bitcoin's also been dropping. Bitcoin needs to range sideways without any of these big drops to the downside. Once Bitcoin can steady out, right, whether it's at 107 or whatever it is, once Bitcoin can start going sideways and the dominance can start dropping here below 58%, we start dropping the Bitcoin dominance, altcoins are going to be able to start moving better, right, away from Bitcoin. But meanwhile, Bitcoin's price keeps dropping and the dominance either stays steady or increases. Altcoins are going to continue suffering here at the mercy of Bitcoin. By the end of December, in the 60s, no, we're not going to be in the 60s by the end of December, guys. That's too bearish, man. It's not a straight down or straight up kind of thing. It's always zigzag, bing, bang, boom. You got to find some support along the way. So don't get over bearish here. He's got a wallet you can follow. Yeah, but I don't trust the wallet. I want the inside Discord, right? I want the inside information. Guys, if you're not already in the Crypto Citadel, I definitely urge you guys to go and join the Crypto Citadel, my private trading group and community. As you guys can see, we shorted Bitcoin earlier today at 109. Once we started losing this previous day low, I let everybody in the Discord know. right? We were in a live trading session. By the time the live trading session had ended, I told everybody, like, hey, if we lose this previous day low, we're losing it right now. We're going down to 107, right? Took the short, made the monies, and made 483 smackaroons for the day. So make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel if you want to be catching trades like this. If you want to start learning how to follow along with my trading strategies, make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel. Literally, the group pays for itself. Let's see here. And you can get 25% off your first month. I just forgot about that. You can get 25% off your first month with the code one time, not the word one, the number one time. Use code one time right now in the month of October, and you can get 25% off your first month. My apologies for not reaching out via Discord yet about the Crypto Citadel. You were kind enough to offer a spot since I go back to Soul NFTs and Bourbon and Beans NFT days. Oh yeah, Mike, dude, 100%, man. Just need to wait for payday. No problem, dude. Mike, just reach out to me on Discord, dude. Reach out to me on Discord, or on any of my socials or whatever. You can reach out to me on X or whatever platform you're watching. And yeah, man, let's get you in there. Let's see here. XRP may rocket. It's backed by BlackRock, so it may make us rich or we may get liquidated. XRP is not going to make anybody rich. I can tell you that. It's not going to make anybody rich. You don't see any of these XRP whales or so-called XRP people, right, from whatever they've been holding XRP from 50 cents to whatever it is now. I'm sure they still haven't taken any profits, and they're still not going to be rich because XRP is just never going to do what they promise you to do. How did you earn from crypto, bro? How did you earn, or how did I learn? I earn by making trades. That's how I earn. Will Algorand hit $3 this run? Absolutely not, dude. Algorand's not even going to hit $1, right? Algorand's not even going to hit $1. So whoever's telling you that Algorand's going to go to some crazy number, Algorand, realistically, best case targets are between like 34 to 45 cents. 34 to 45 cents. Sorry to burst your bubble, but that's like best case scenario for Algorand right now. Maybe in the next, year or two, we can get a little bit higher than that and maybe run close to that $1. But Algorand is definitely not running to no $3 anytime soon. Is Sui cooked? Sui still has a chance to bounce back. It needs to get above that $3 zone. It needs to get above that $3 zone. If not, it could be dropping lower here. Everything's at the mercy of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is dropping. Altcoins are dropping. Bitcoin dominance is remaining steady or increasing. Altcoins will continue to drop. Right now, the altcoins are at the mercy of Bitcoin. Wherever Bitcoin goes, the altcoins will follow. Once Bitcoin's price steadies out and the dominance starts to drop, we will see altcoins start to react on their own, guys. And this is what you need to know. You guys need to be analyzing charts and analyzing data to be able to understand where these markets are going. If you're not analyzing charts, if you're not looking at where things could be going, you are going to be left behind, right? You are not going to survive these markets, right? If you're not in the Crypto Citadel, we are analyzing macro charts here every single day, right, for altcoins, right? Look at all this analysis being posted here. This is macro long-term analysis, right? This is daily analysis for day trades. Daily analysis for day trades every single day being posted in here that you guys are not a part of, right? These are the profits right here of people in the Crypto Citadel, right, that are just there printing, right? They're just there printing. So it's all about analyzing data and making smart moves based off of data, not based off FOMO, not based off fear. If you want to get into the Crypto Citadel, I'll post a link right here. Let me see. Where is this? Let me see. Use the code one time. Use the code one time, right? If you come right over here and you type in the code one time, hit apply, you'll get 25% off your first month. 25% off your first month to join the Crypto Citadel. So you're going to be getting daily chart analysis, day trade setups, trading course, exclusive trading indicator, right? Live trading sessions and trading signals, plus much more. So that's the link for the Discord. For the Crypto Citadel if you want to join. SEI is partnered with BlackRock. I don't know if they are. It doesn't really matter. If Bitcoin dumps, SEI is going to dump. BlackRock can't save them. Yeah, still nothing. The Cheeto man still hasn't come out and spoken. Man is running late today. Let me tell you, he is running late. I need answers. So not close to 120 anytime soon. Best case scenario, we run to 121 by the end of this year. We run to 121. If we do, would be looking to take a potentially large short at that point in time. Right, but this is something that we do every single day in the Crypto Citadel. We do live sessions in the Crypto Citadel for 2 hours, Monday through Thursday, to analyze where the market is going, to game plan, to take day trades. This morning, we took a day trade here on this sweep of the previous day low. Right, we swept this area, took a long, rode it all the way up here. Members printed. Then when we lost the previous day low, we took a short. We're printed once again. Right, so that right there, in a nutshell, is what the Crypto Citadel is all about. Appreciate that says, worth every penny Citadel is printing. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Good to see Crypto Citadel members here in the chat, testing for what I'm talking about, and I'm not just talking to talk. It's too many longs right now. That's not good. Check the charts. I am looking at the charts. So, I'm not going long right now until we, have a good price reaction off this month low of 107.2. If that area doesn't hold, we could be dropping lower. We could be looking for 105 to that 102 area. Overall, I'm looking for any type of bounce back above towards this 112 area to 114 to start entering into a potential short. And if we run it up to 121, that's when I'm going to really be deep diving into a big time short, right? But we have to take the market day by day, week by week, month by month, level by level before, doing anything wild. What's good, bro? Doc the Goat says, I need your opinion on AVAX. I got a nice 30x AVAX long from 865. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. With 720 collateral. So very nice, dude. AVAX right now. Let's go take a look at AVAX. Where's AVAX at? This is not my AVAX chart. No. Come on. So AVAX right now still holding support here on its 6-month range, right? Still holding support here above $20. Oops, dang it. Did not mean to do that. If we start losing $20 and start closing dailies below 20, it could be in trouble. But our next big bottom here is around, right back from June, so around this $16 level. So I would be looking for something like that if we were to drop down. Let's see if we got a gold pocket here from this low to this high. Yeah, we're well past the 65% retracement at this point. We came up to it, got rejected. Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried unless we start dropping below 20. We start dropping below 20, we'll be worried. But if you got in at $8, dude, I don't see AVAX going back to $8 anytime soon, right? But we shall see what Bitcoin has in store for us. I can't find your link. I posted it. Where'd it go? It's Ben. It should be right above you. Yeah, it's right there. Where are you, Ben? Yeah, liquidation is at 780 or something. Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Let's see here. If he talks again when the market closed, that's so wrong. Yeah, probably. He's probably waiting for 4 o'clock. I don't know why he would announce 3 o'clock and then go speak after the market actually closed. Son of a gun. But we shall see. Solana review. Let's go take a look at Solana. Solana is doing pretty well. Obviously, everything is dropping right now because Bitcoin is dropping. I hope you guys are investing in yourselves, investing in your education, and you're joining the Crypto Citadel and start actually analyzing data instead of just going based off fear and FOMO. So Solana has come and came down to this yearly VWAP when we had the big liquidation of 176. We bounced up, hit the quarterly VWAP up around 209, got resistance, and now we're dropping back down again. If we lose 176, the yearly VWAP, then next big targets are between 145 to 119 for Solana to the downside. But meanwhile, we hold above the yearly VWAP above 176, right? Not saying that we can't go down to 176, but meanwhile, we hold it and we close dailies and weeklies above it. We can, hold some support and potentially have another bounce back up. We do have a weekly NPOC up at 221, which has not been met yet. So we shall see. But we don't want to see a losing 176. We lose 176 and we could be heading down lower between 145 to 119 for Solana. He is speaking now. Let's see here. This thing's in a commercial break. No problem, guys. Appreciate all of you guys are in here smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Join the Crypto Citadel if you haven't already. My private trading group. It pays for itself. All right, here we go. The man, the myth, the legend.
Let's pop up the audio and listen in.
Will dramatically slash the cost of IVF and the treatment and many of the most common fertility drugs for countless millions of Americans. Prices are going way down, way, way down. I want to thank Libby Horn, who is the Senior Vice President of Fertility of EMD Serrano. So I want to thank you. Let's see here. That's what I thought. I thought it was you. Thank you, Libby, very much. And let me also thank the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., whose wife destroyed the people on The View yesterday. I have to say that. I'm not going to ever get into an argument with her. And you've decided, you learned that a long time ago. She did a great job, actually. Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. Thank you, Howard. Secretary of Labor, Lori Chavez de Rima. Thanks, Lori. Howard, thanks. CMS Administrator, Dr.
Yeah, I know my mic was off. I was talking to the TikTok.
Fantastic guy, and he's done really well. FDA Commissioner Marty McCary. Thank you, Marty. Senator Katie Britt, who got me started with this whole thing when she called up to say there was a bad ruling by a judge, right? We got to do something, sir, and we did it very quickly. Probably in 24 hours it was done. Congressman Richard Hudson, a great guy, and his wife Renee. Richard, hi, Richard.
They're just talking about pharmaceuticals right now.
Samantha Bush, who's a very respected person. For years, American couples struggling with infertility have faced crushing costs in their quest to start a family, and IVF is among the most expensive treatments of all.
It really is.
A single round of IVF in the United States can cost up to $25,000, can actually go a lot higher than that. And many couples require multiple rounds for a successful pregnancy. A major reason for these high prices is the excessive cost of the drugs involved. The number one fertility drug used in IVF is currently 700% more expensive in the United States than the rest of the world. And we're ending all of that. It's called favored nations, and we're ending it, and we're ending it pretty fast. Nobody thought we'd be able to do it.
Don't say it.
Drugs are going to come down. Drug prices are coming down.
Yeah, Cheeto Man's live right now. We're watching over on the YouTube.
Numbers that nobody's ever seen before.
Look for Blockchain Crusader on YouTube. We're watching the charts as Trump speaks.
Dr. Oz. So,
Bitcoin's currently sitting at 107.9. Still has not hit the gold pocket at 107.2.
And we're doing really good.
Price is still holding steady.
Other countries are
The man hasn't said anything too scary yet.
put tariffs on them.
Uh-oh.
And they agree. So
He said the
it's
word.
amazing. It's amazing how that worked out. But
He said the T word.
as an example, in London, you'd buy a certain drug for $130, and even less than that, I guess $88 as of a count a month ago. And in New York, you pay $1,300 for the same thing. So now we're going to be paying, instead of $1,300, you'll be paying about $150.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You'll be paying $150.
They're definitely lowering,
same thing. Favored nations. It's beautiful.
lowering some big costs for IVF
Been
and
ripped off by the whole world
pharmaceuticals.
for a long period of time. One of the most popular fertility drug regimens costs over $5,000 per cycle, as an example. Wow. Largely as a result of these unsustainable prices, 70% of the employers do not offer insurance that covers IVF. Therefore, most couples with fertility challenges are paying these costs entirely out of their own pockets, which is not really possible
That's very true.
to do. Oh, look who we have. Look at that.
Uh-oh.
Great Maria Bartiromo.
All right, all right.
I didn't know
Still
that you
talking
get
about
put
pharmaceuticals
into
over
the
here
regular
on everybody
format.
watching on
That's very
TikTok.
good.
Just gonna talk to my
Nice see
TikTok
you.
people real quick. Be
Doing
right
an
back.
interview with her in a little while. In the Trump administration, we want to make it easier for all couples to have babies, raise children, and start the families they've always dreamed about. That's why today I'm pleased to announce that after extensive negotiations, EMD Serrano, the largest fertility drug manufacturer in the world, has agreed to provide massive discounts to all fertility drugs they sell in the United States, including the most popular drug of all, the IVF drug, Gonal-F. So it's Gonal-F. Is that a proper pronunciation? Close enough, right? Gonal-F. As part of this agreement, EMD Serrano will list their fertility drugs online at trumprx.gov at very, very heavily reduced prices that you won't even believe. And ultimately, that's because of the favored nations. In addition, the FDA will be working with the company to expedite review and approval of another
Bitcoin's still
common
just sitting at
fertility
108.
IVF drug, and currently it's selling in Europe. It's Pergoveris.
Nothing about the market just
And,
yet. Nothing
that's
about
a
tariffs.
fancy, nice
Price just
Pergoveris.
sitting
Why
there.
can't you name them nice, simple names? Nice, easy names. Doesn't matter. If it works, that's all we care about, right? Upon approval, this drug would directly compete against a much more expensive option that currently has a monopoly in the American market, and this will bring down costs very significantly.
appreciate everybody
The other
smashing
one's
those
gonna have to
likes,
come down
hitting that
also.
subscribe.
Finally, EMD Serrano has agreed that
If you haven't
all
joined the
future
Crypto Citadel,
drugs and
definitely do so. Get 25% off with the
everything
code of
that
one
develops
time
and
right
sells in
now.
the United States will be offset at most favored nation prices. I've been after this for a long time, and we started the process in the last administration, and then we had a little thing called COVID that came up. We had to focus on that, did a good job on that too. And they'll bring a significant portion of their drug manufacturing back to the United States. So they're going to bring it largely back into the United States, and that's for a lot of reasons, but primarily because of the election result, November 5th, and maybe most importantly because of the tariffs, because if they do it here, there are no tariffs. So we're going to be very close, I think, by the end of this year.
Nothing happening on
We're
the
gonna be
price.
Very close to $20 trillion in investment. As an example, the Biden administration had less than $1 trillion, substantially less than $1 trillion for 4 years, Maria. Can you imagine? 4 years, less than one. We're going to break $20 trillion of investment, and we're already over $17 trillion, and that's in 8 months.
True,
Can
true.
you
Yes,
believe
I
that?
do
It
daily
was
live streams
less than
every single
1
day,
trillion.
especially in the Crypto Citadel,
And
Monday
in
through
addition to
Thursday,
that,
9
the
a.m.
open
Eastern
borders
to
allowing
about
millions
11
of
a.m.
people to
Eastern.
pour in. What an administration that was. Worst president in history.
The Crypto Citadel, if you're
far.
wondering what that
As a
is my
result of
private
these
trading
actions,
community.
The per cycle cost of drugs used in IVF will fall by an estimated 73% for American consumers, and the numbers are going to actually be very substantially higher as time goes by when it really kicks in. For most of, I mean, think of those numbers.
You
know, I
guys
told
can
the story
hear
last
Cheeto
time
Man
'cause we
talking,
were
right?
with Pfizer, and Pfizer's doing something very similar. But I told them that my first term, I was so proud.
Can
of
you guys hear
myself
him or
because
no?
I was the first president in 28 years where drug prices went down for the year. And you know what? They went down 1/8 of 1%. But I was so 1/8 of 1%. Now I'm getting them down, Maria, 500, 600, 800%. In some cases, even more than
When
that.
you
So I
join,
believe- but I was
put this
proud. I
code
said,
one
"Oh,
time.
wow,
Number
I'm the
one
first one."
time to
1/8
get
of
25%
1%,
off your
and I was
first
proud
month.
of that. Now I realized, and I called the news conference. Some of you were at that news conference, actually. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. We've gone down by 1/8 of 1%. And now we're going down 500, 600, 700, 800%, Richard. So it's really
Let's
something.
go.
For most
Welcome, Sarah,
administrations and
to the Crypto
all
Citadel.
of the
Welcome, welcome,
people
welcome.
involved in this kind of thing, this action
Can you
would
please
be a
analyze
crowning
Bonk, bro?
achievement of their agenda
Ruben.
for fertility health.
Let's go take a
But
look at
for
Bonk.
us, it's really just the beginning. It's just the start. It's one of many things we're doing. Today, we're also taking historic steps to vastly expand access to insurance coverage for fertility care, including IVF, something that, as you know, was not covered. Effective immediately, for the first time ever, we will make it legal for companies to offer supplemental insurance plans.
Bonk is still
for
just sitting
fertility.
here.
It's never been done before. We're signing it in today with what we signed. America.
I'm going to put him on mute real quick just to cover Bonk. Bonk here still sitting in within its uptrend, right? Pretty much smashed through all the targets to the upside, made a whole new low, right? All the way down there. All the way down at 0.397 with a bunch of zeros in front of it. Bonk needs to get back above the yearly average, the yearly VWAP, sorry, of 2231. If it can get back above that, it can show some strength. But until it does that, you know, things are potentially going to continue heading lower for Bonk here as it's getting smashed right now with the quarterly VWAP resistance around 1686. All right, let's go back to the Cheeto Man.
Couples will be able to identify.
You're still talking about
address
couples and
problems
IVF.
early.
What's
The
up,
result
Crypto
will be
Boost
healthier
Master?
Pregnancies, healthier babies, and many more beautiful American
That's right.
children.
More
It's a big
babies.
factor.
More
It's a big
babies.
deal. I'm
We
asking
need some
all
crypto
employers
babies.
to make these new fertility benefit options available to their
This total
employees
manipulation,
immediately.
nothing's happened yet to the price.
Initiatives I've just announced are the boldest and most significant actions ever taken by
Nothing's
any
happened to the price
president
yet.
to bring the miracle of life
Cheeto Man
into
hasn't done anything to the price
more
for
American homes. And I will say
Bitcoin yet.
Katie was great. As you know, she's a great senator from Alabama. She's the first one that told
Sweet
me
home
about this.
Alabama.
I had not known too much about it, and we worked very rapidly together, didn't we, though? We had everything passed, and Alabama then took care of it and passed it. Within a week, everything was done. Really, it was something. So I want to thank Katie, Brett. There's no deeper happiness and joy of raising children, and now millions of Americans struggling with infertility will have a new chance to share.
Why does everybody keep saying pure
greatest
manipulation?
experience
Nothing's
of them all.
happening.
So I'd like to thank all of the people that are here, and I think we'll start with Dr. Oz and Ms. Horn. We'll go through the list and we'll listen. And yesterday I did this, and I stood for about an hour and a half as people spoke. And I said, this time I'm sitting right there, and I'm going to watch you. I stood for an hour and a half like this. I said, you got to be kidding. Here we go. It was one after another, and it was wonderful listening to them. But I said, if I have to do this every day, Bobby, should I stand or sit? Thank you, Bobby. Please, Dr. Oz.
All right, so it looks like Trump is done.
Mr.
It looks
President,
like
I'm
his
gonna
big
jump in here real
announcement
quick.
is going to was about IVF.
I want to start
Nothing
by
about
thanking
tariffs
President
or
Trump.
market manipulation
Sir, from the very first phone call we ever had,
or anything about tariff
your
wars.
support was strong. It was
Bitcoin's price is
steadfast.
just sitting
It was
here.
unwavering. And
Apparently a bunch of doctors are going to talk now. So there you guys have it. Nothing happened. It was a big nothing burger. Trump is sitting down. He's tired. He doesn't want to stand up and hear all these people talk for the next hour, right? So unless I see something else come up, we're pretty much good here for what is happening with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price still holding steady. Has not filled that gold pocket around 107.2. Not much on the big T word yet. Yeah, nothing about tariffs. It doesn't seem like they're going to talk about tariffs or anything like that because they just made a huge announcement about IVF. And I'm assuming they're going to have a few doctors and other people talk about, you know, the pros and cons and all this stuff about IVF. So nothing really about tariffs or China as of yet in this announcement. And I don't think we're going to get anything. I think if you was going to do something about that, that would have been like the first thing that they would have talked about maybe. So I think we're good. The scare is over. At least for today. At least for today, we're good. There's nothing wild coming about tariffs. Nothing is happening with the whole market is dropping. What if? So, guys, what happened was Bitcoin's price lost the previous day low, right? Lost support at 110, 178. We lost that, and I instantly told the Crypto Citadel what to do, right? And what we were looking for was to take a short. I told them that if we were to lose that area, right? That if we were to lose, I already had spoken to them in the live session multiple times, which is why I didn't have to give such a high detail post here. I just said, hey, 27 minutes on the 4-hour candle. If 4 hour closes below previous day low, there's a good chance we head to 107.4. And guess what? We didn't hit 107.4 yet, but we did drop all the way down to 107.6. So I was off by like $200, man. I was off by $200. Cut me some slack. So it was a great short. We took that short, right? Like I showed you guys earlier. Made a nice 400. Nope, this is from another day. What happened? No, that was from a few days ago. Took the short, right? 109. Closed it at 107.9 and walked away with 483 macaroons, right? For the day. Fantastic trade for the day. So make sure you guys are joining the Crypto Citadel. If you haven't already, definitely do so. It can get 25% off your first month with the code ONETIME. If you're not looking at data, if you're not looking at charts, if you're not learning how to trade, you're going to be left behind, man. You're going to be left waiting for altcoin season, waiting for altcoin season, waiting for altcoin season. That's all you're ever going to be waiting for, and you're never going to make any real money off of it. As you guys can see over here, these are our wins for the week so far, right? So far, these are all of our wins. We're up $2,600. Yes, we had a big loss right here above my head. We had a big loss last week. Obviously, lost $4,200 on Friday on that major liquidation event, right? But look at that. We're already more than halfway making it back, and we're currently up for the month a total of $1,486. This week, we have been smashing it. $1,200 on Sunday, $500 on Monday, $445 on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, no trades there. And then today, Thursday, $483 winner. Let's get it. And that's what I'm talking about. And we're already up $2,600 this week alone, right? This is a group, a membership, a mentorship that costs literally pennies on the dollar when we're talking about that kind of returns, right? On potential trades you can be taking. So appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out and you know, watching this announcement. I don't think anything's going to happen to the markets here based off of this. We're just going to be talking about fertility rates. So I appreciate all of you guys coming in. The markets are dropping. We are heading lower here, right? Overall, we're currently below the previous quarter range. We need to bounce off 107 and start getting back above 112. If we do not get back above 112, Bitcoin is in trouble here and could be heading potentially a bit lower. So we will continue to analyze the levels level by level every single day, continue to take the best trades possible when available on our live trading sessions every day, Monday through Thursday in the Crypto Citadel. So if you're not in there, you're missing out. You're not investing in yourself. Sorry to hear that. So the market will pull back a bit more, no news. It's not going to pull back more because there's no news. It's just, I'm looking for a bounce off that 107.2. Maybe we don't get it. We just get the bounce now, but we're so close to that gold pocket already. I don't see how we don't fill that gold pocket, even if it comes throughout the Asia or London trading session later tonight, overnight. We were probably going to fill that gold pocket and then might have a strong reaction and bounce up from it. So that's what I'm looking for. Appreciate every single one of you guys in here. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, and I'll see you guys in the Crypto Citadel. See ya.